Hey guys, Big Tex here from Big Tex 83, and today I'm going to talk about my AR, how I have it set up and why I have it set up that way. Okay, so first we're going to start with what AR I choose, and I went with the Rock River Tactical Operator 2. All right, 16 inch barrel, 16.5 inch barrel with the stock Rock River muzzle brake on there, threaded, not pinned and welded, with their SOP mod style collapsible stock. And I feel the need to change it. I love it. You can put stuff in the back, and it's easy to adjust. It's got this cool little traction pad back here. It doesn't really provide any padding, but it's not really needed. And if it is, you should probably look at another weapon choice. All right, I got my safe chamber indicator in there. Alright. Okay, so let's start with what I have not changed. I have not changed the stock, the pistol grip, or the barrel itself. Okay, barrel length is a little extended for my taste, but it works. It's a great barrel. It maintains tight groups, as well as I do in my fundamentals and my application of the fundamentals. Alright, I haven't done anything to the lower receiver, haven't needed to. That's just, it works, why mess with it? I got the Magpul MS3 Battle Sling on here. I love this thing, it's versatile, and it's actually quite comfortable, really easy to manipulate. So I just took that off. I have it hooked up to the Magpul ASAP plate that it's made for. Okay, things I have changed. I have my bad lever here, my battery assist device. I like it. I use it. It makes sense. Okay, it doesn't get in the way of anything. I might change it later on down the line. I'm looking at getting a ready mag on this side. I like using them. They seem to make a lot of sense, especially if you're carrying in a law enforcement or personal protection, like a PSD or executive protection realm, and you have limited capacity for extra ammo, magazines, so on and so forth. Alright, the magazine well is about as beveled as any receiver is going to get without getting something custom and crazy, and most things fit in there. I have a couple steel mags. I think they're from CM Company, or I don't think they're Chip McCormick, but they don't work in there very well. They tend to stick and not really release the way I want them to, but you can always take that and wire wheel them down. The bolt, I did change. I have a Teflon coated bolt in there that I bought from BCM a long time ago, and I never used it, so I threw it in there. It works. I got about 600 rounds through here, and I have not lubed it or cleaned it yet because, well, everything's working. I'm going to figure out where the failure point on this weapon is, which I'll let you know on that then. I have the Magpul Gen 2 polymer backup sights. I like them. They hold zero no matter how hot the weapon gets, and I don't have to do anything other than push a button for them to be ready to rock and roll. I have my Aimpoint Pro here. I do like this. I like EOTech as well. EOTech with one button, you push it, it's on, ready to go. I don't feel the need to change them. I do feel like the reticle sometimes on the EOTech can be a little bit busy. I just like this dot. I can make it as big, bright, or as small and subdued as I want, and it's relatively easy to do so. That keeps it good zero, and it's really easy to pick up, and just like the EOTech, you can use both eyes. Battery life on the Aimpoint is unreal. That means a lot to me, because if you're looking at end of day scenario, or zombie apocalypse, or if you're at work, ease of maintenance, you don't have to worry about extra batteries nearly as much. The batteries that do come in, I believe, are quite expensive. But waterproof or water resistant up to some ridiculous amount that unless I'm going, unless I'm doing surface warfare with the SEALs, I don't think I'm going to need to worry about that. Alright, I got the Bravo Company gunfire charging handle. I believe this might be the Mod 4. Alright, the big pads, ambidextrous. Just like the bad lever, I like having my weapon set up, my firearm set up in an ambi form because I do shoot both-handed, and I try to maintain that as much as possible. I went to a range today with my little brother, and I even did some both-handed shooting. He did not. It was his first time. We're taking it slow. Baby steps. So I use everything I have on here to include this adapter, this hook for this attachment point for the MS3 sling, and my angle 4 grip. I got my Surefire Scout light. I like the Scout light. No, it's not the brightest. It may not have the most distance, but there's a button on here that I can use with my thumb if I'm shooting from the left hand. Then when my pressure switch comes in, when I find one I feel like paying enough money for, I can put that here with some double-sided tape or anywhere else on here, and I can use the pressure switch when I'm shooting with my dominant, my right hand. Function and ease of use. This angle 4 grip is just far enough out on my Troy alpha rail. I have the Troy 15-inch alpha rail on the 16-inch, 16.5-inch barrel, 16-inch barrel with a muzzle brake, and it's right where I need it to be. It looks a little bit tight in here with the flashlight, and it's not really. You can really get up in there, and you can get a good purchase on the forend of this weapon from there. Next, I'm going to do an ambi safety lever, safety selector switch, and then I'm done with this gun. I'm done. I'm not going to put a whole bunch of gadgets and gizmos on there. If I need to maintain a little bit less of a turning radius, I can purchase here and purchase on the magwell. Okay, all of that, I can do all that. I don't need a magwell grip. I don't need another broom handle, vertical pistol grip, bipod, flashlight, laser, and IR device here. You don't need all that. I don't need a chainsaw on the end of this thing, because if a zombie gets that close, I'm punching his ass in the face with my K-bar anyway. Alright, gents, so let's keep it simple. Let's not make our weapons too busy if we're not going to utilize everything on there. I have the ambi charging handle because I shoot ambi. I don't want to have to change my manipulation of the weapon or that manual of arms to do so. Same thing with the bad lever. The damn thing was free. So I gave it a shot and I liked it, and it works out really well. I use it regularly. Okay? That's really all there is to my gun. That's all there is to any of my weapons if you see them. I love this firearm. It is an incredible piece of machinery, and it's lasted me a ridiculous amount of rounds without any maintenance. So I'm going to see where it's going to fail at and what I can get out of it until then. That's all I got, guys. If you have any questions or suggestions, or you want to spitball about what things you like better and why you like them, by all means throw me a message and we'll have a little video battle. I'm cool with that. Alright, everybody's open to their opinions, everybody's open to their experiences, and I want to know where your journey has taken you in discovering what you like on your firearms. I don't have the need for the old IR and the PEC systems, D-bolt systems that I use in the military. I don't have the need for that right now. Therefore, I'm not going to spend $1,000 or what have you on them. It doesn't make sense. But I got my flashlight in case I need it. I got some backup iron sights in case my optic fails. And everything else is just an addition. If I break off a side on the charging handle, I still have the other side. If I break off that bad lever, I can still utilize my ping pong paddle if need be, without having to get a tool out and remove it. So if you put something on your weapon and it fails, make sure that you can still manipulate the weapon. Alright? If you put something on your weapon that you find you're not going to use or you're not using, take it off. Alright guys, stay safe and have fun. Set a good example. See you next time.